Hi everyone, welcome to Arpita Sharma classes. I am Arpita Sharma, your educator, and we are going to cover 2nd March 2021, the most important articles, the most important news from the Hindu newspaper. तो आज हम बहुत ही important आर्टिकल्स कवर करने वाले हैं हिंदू न्यूज़पेपर से आपके प्रीलिम्स के पर्सपेक्टिव से ओके सो यू विल बी सॉल्विंग four important prelims related questions as well in the class, and then we are going to cover the important news article. The class PDF will be uploaded on our Telegram channel Simplifying UPSC with Ease. You can download it from there. आप वहां से उसको डाउनलोड कर सकते हो. क्लास का PDF टाइमली मैनर पर शेयर हो जाता है. ठीक है. So I'll show you the Telegram channel also wherein you can download the class PDF. Also make sure that you click on the link of the Telegram channel given below in the description box. तो description box में link दिया है, आप उस पर click करके डाउनलोड कर सकते, ज्वाइन कर सकते हो चैनल को और PDF को डाउनलोड कर सकते हो. This is the channel over here you can see. ये आपका हमारा चैनल है. ठीक है. Simplifying UPSC with Ease. All the class notes, important questions, PDFs, resources, everything is uploaded over here. Alright, chalo. So let's begin. First, let's solve some questions. Question number 1. The energy efficiency financing platform provides platform to interact with financial institutions and project developers for implementation of energy efficiency projects. It's an initiative of Center for Science and Environment, Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, World Bank, Bureau of Energy Efficiency. Which of them is correct? You have exactly 15 seconds time to answer the question. Correct answer to this question is? Correct answer is, it is D, Bureau of Energy Efficiency. So ये energy efficiency financing platform आपका news में था. This is very important. So it is a platform which is the initiative of BEE, that is Bureau of Energy Efficiency. The objective of energy efficiency financing platform is to provide a platform to interact with financial institutions and project developers for implementation of energy efficiency projects. जितने भी आपके एनर्जी एफिशिएंसी प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं उनको डेवलप करने के लिए ये प्लेटफॉर्म तैयार किया गया है जहां से हम फंडिंग ला सकते हैं इन प्रोजेक्ट्स के लिए. अंडर दिस पर्टिकुलर प्रोग्राम MOUs, that is memorandum of understandings, have been signed with financial institutions. Why? So that they can work together to develop the energy efficiency market. Okay. Question number 2. Match the following major protected areas in India with what they are known for within India. Sundarbans, largest biosphere reserve. Chilika Lake, largest coastal lagoon wetland of India. Hemis, national park at highest altitude. So you have 15 seconds time to answer the question. आपके पास 15 सेकंड का टाइम है, फटाफट से आंसर कीजिए क्वेश्चन को. Correct answer to this question is, the correct answer to this question is, it is B. 2 and 3 are correctly matched. Sundarbans जो है यहाँ पर it is largest biosphere reserve, no, because it is Kutch biosphere reserve, not Sundarbans. Okay, so over here the Kutch biosphere reserve in Gujarat is the largest with an area around 12,500 square kilometer. Sundarbans is third, not the first largest. Okay, it is the third largest. Question number 3. Match the following national parks of southern India with their major fauna. Mrigvani, Sambar. Eraviculam, black and orange flycatcher. Shamirpet, cheetal deer. Mukurti, Nilgiri tahar. Which of the following statements are correct? कौन सा पेयर करेक्ट है जल्दी से बताएं. Which pair is correct? Let me know in the comment section so that we can look at the answer now. You have 15 more seconds left to answer the question. आपके पास 15 seconds का टाइम बचा है, जल्दी से आंसर कीजिए. Correct answer to this question is, इस question का correct answer है. So you have 15 seconds time to answer the question. क्वेश्चन आंसर करने के लिए आपके पास 15 सेकंड्स का टाइम है, फटाफट से आंसर कीजिए. वेरी इजी क्वेश्चन. यू जस्ट हैव टू identify the correct pair. If you have studied the national parks now, then you can easily answer this question. So the correct answer is, it is D. All of the above are correctly matched. Okay, so Mirgwani, it is in Andhra Pradesh, and here we have sambar, cheetal, wild boar, porcupine, hare, peacocks, warblers. Then we have Eravikulam National Park, which is located in Kerala. Over here we have black and orange flycatcher. We have leopard. We have tiger. We have Indian muntjac as well. Then we have Shamir Peth. Shamir Peth is a deer park, so that is why it is correct. It is in Andhra Pradesh. Then Mukurti, where we have Nilgiri Tahar, we have the Nilagirikam, we have Longicornu. So this is in Nilgiri, it is in Tamil Nadu. Okay, so Mukurti is also correct. All of the above are correct. Now the last question for today. The Ross Sea is the world's largest marine protected area. It is located in the Sargasso Sea, North Atlantic Sea, Arctic Sea or Southern Ocean. Which of these locations is or are correct? कौन सी location correct है? फटाफट से मुझको बताएं. Correct answer is D. Southern Ocean. Southern Ocean is correct. Ross Sea, it is the world's largest marine protected area which is located in the Southern Sea. Alright, so this was the quiz for all of you. ये था आपका आज का quiz. ठीक है, तो शुरू करते हैं आज की क्लास. लेट्स स्टार्ट विद टुडेज क्लास. बिफोर वी मूव फॉरवर्ड, हियर्स अ स्मॉल अनाउंसमेंट फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू. Unacademy has launched. It is starting new batches for the UPSC CSE 2022-23 aspirants from 3rd of March, that is tomorrow. Right, and we have batches in Hindi, English and bilingual language. For the bilingual language, we have 1 year Mission UPSC CSE batch for 2022 aspirants. For the English students, we have Expedition UPSC CSE 2022 batch, again starting from 3rd of March. हिंदी मीडियम एस्पिरेंट्स के लिए लक्ष्य यूपीएससी सीएसई बैच है. तो हिंदी मीडियम स्टूडेंट्स के लिए भी हमारे पास लक्ष्य यूपीएससी सीएसई 2022 का बैच है जो 3rd मार्च से स्टार्ट हो रहा है. और इन सभी बैचेस में एनसीईआरटी कवरेज भी होगा. ठीक है, स्पेशली आपके लिए एनसीईआरटी बैचेस भी लॉन्च किए गए हैं. अगेन ये भी 3rd मार्च से स्टार्ट हो रहे हैं. कंप्लीट एनसीईआरटी कवरेज होगा. प्रीलिम्स के लिए लाइव लेक्चर्स भी होंगे, आपको रिकॉर्डेड लेक्चर्स भी मिलेंगे इन केस अगर आप लाइव लेक्चर मिस कर देते हो. प्लस वीकली क्विजेस भी होंगे सो दैट यू कैन टेस्ट योर परफॉर्मेंस, यू कैन मॉनिटर योर परफॉर्मेंस. ऑलराइट, सो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द सेशन शुरू करते हैं. सबसे पहले तो जिस न्यूज़पेपर को आप पढ़ते हो उसके बारे में जानना जरूरी है. द न्यूज़पेपर दैट यू आर स्टडीइंग, यू शुड नो अबाउट इट. बिफोर दैट, ये जो क्लासेस लॉन्च हुई हैं अनअकैडमी प्लस की, इसके लिंक मैंने डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में दिए हैं. यू कैन क्लिक ऑन द लिंक and you can subscribe, and also you can get easily 10% discount if you use this code ARPITA10. आपको आपके सब्सक्रिप्शन पर 10% का डिस्काउंट भी मिलेगा अगर आप ये कोड यूज करते हो ARPITA10. Okay, this is the code through which you can get discount on your Unacademy Plus subscription. So let's start the class. देखो, when we talk about the newspaper that you are studying, you should know about it because prelims के लिए बहुत important है. ठीक है, who started the Hindu newspaper, when was it started? ठीक है, so you should know about it from your prelims perspective. So the Hindu is an English language daily newspaper which is owned by the Hindu group. Headquarters is in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Alright, and it was started as a weekly in 1878 and it became a daily newspaper in 1889. तो पहले तो weekly जर्नल के तौर पर ये छपा करता था, बट फिर 1889 में ये डेली न्यूज़पेपर हो गया. And it is one of the Indian newspapers of record and second most circulated English language newspaper in India after the Times of India. Now, who started this newspaper? ये न्यूज़पेपर की रचना किसने करी, किसने स्टार्ट किया? It was जी सुब्रमण्या अय्यर. He is a noted personality and इनके ऊपर क्वेश्चन आपके 2020 में भी आ चुका है प्री में and even in 2018 प्री. So that is why this is very important. काफी important है ये पर्सनालिटी, जी सुब्रमण्या अय्यर. Ganapati Dikshitar Subramania Iyer was a leading Indian journalist. He was a social reformer, freedom fighter who founded the Hindu newspaper on 20th September 1878. and he was proprietor, editor and managing director of the Hindu newspaper from 1878 till 1898. He wrote many other books also, like the economic aspect of British rule in India, and he also created an organization called Madras Mahajan Sabha. This is again very important, काफी important है. MMS जो organization है वो इन्होंने ही establish की थी. This is again very important and it played a very crucial role in the national struggle for freedom. Coming on to the news on page number 1. 25 lakh sign up for COVID jab on day 1 of expanded rollout. Our Prime Minister also has, administered a COVID-19 vaccine at the All India Institute of Medical Science, and 25 lakh potential beneficiaries have registered on the CoWIN portal on Monday. ठीक है, इन द सेकेंड फेज ऑफ कोविड-19 वैक्सीनेशन. कोविन पोर्टल के ऊपर 110% क्वेश्चन आपका या तो 2021 या 2022 के अटेम्प्ट में पूछा जा सकता है. व्हाट इज कोविन? इट इज अ डिजिटलाइज्ड प्लेटफॉर्म. ये एक डिजिटलाइज्ड प्लेटफॉर्म है टू बी यूज्ड to effectively roll out and scale up the mechanism for COVID-19 vaccine distribution system nationally. So if you want to be a part of the COVID vaccine, अगर आप voluntarily vaccine लगवाना चाहते हैं तो पहले आपको कोविन प्लेटफॉर्म के थ्रू, पोर्टल के थ्रू खुद को एनरोल करना पड़ेगा, रजिस्टर करना पड़ेगा. So on 23rd December 2020 in the Hindu newspaper there was a news that Ministry of Health and Family Welfare along with Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology have announced launching CoWIN, which is a grand challenge for strengthening COVID vaccine intelligence network. ठीक है, सो कोविड का फुल फॉर्म क्या है? कोविड वैक्सीन इंटेलिजेंस नेटवर्क सिस्टम, कोविन. इट्स अ डिजिटलाइज्ड प्लेटफॉर्म टू बी यूज्ड इफेक्टिवली टू रोल आउट द कोविड वैक्सीन, राइट, सर्कुलेशन and distribution of this vaccine. So it is a new digital platform which is being used for COVID-19 vaccine delivery. You have to download the CoWIN mobile app, easy to use mobile app for recording vaccine data, right? और उसमें आपको register करना है. Then you have to select the slot in which you want to get vaccinated. So this is a user-friendly mobile app for recording vaccine data. It is working as a beneficiary management platform. The platform will be used for recording vaccine data. It will form a database of healthcare workers also. It will have separate modules for administrator, registration, vaccination, beneficiary acknowledgement and reports, etc. And in the process of forming database of healthcare workers, which is an advanced stage across all states or union territories, data is presently being uploaded on the CoWIN platform. How many people have been vaccinated? How many people are left? How many females have been vaccinated? How many children have been, males have been vaccinated? How many elderly people have been vaccinated? Everything about the data of vaccination will be available on this particular platform. Okay. Coming on to the next important article. IIT Delhi researchers develop technology to recycle e-waste. Very important news from the perspective of prelims and also from the perspective of GS paper 3 as well as interview. बहुत important article है ये. To deal with one of the fastest growing waste streams, researchers at IIT Delhi have developed a zero emission technology to manage and recycle e-waste to wealth. The institute said on Monday. E-waste को wealth में convert किया जाएगा through the methodology that uses e-waste as an urban mine for metal recovery and energy production. So a sustainable technology to tackle e-waste has been developed by Indian Institute of Technology. It will cater to the need of smart cities, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan and Atmanirbhar Bharat initiatives. And it is funded by Department of Science and Technology. DST इसको fund कर रहा है, ठीक है. Then India is the third largest producer of e-waste. Another very important point. ये prelims के लिए बहुत important point है. They can give you the list of 4 countries. They will ask you which of the above is the third largest producer of e-waste. That is India. It has generated 3.23 million ton e-waste in 2019. And that is because of increase in consumerism. ठीक है, तो ये भी इंपॉर्टेंट है कि ई वेस्ट हमारे कंट्री में बढ़ क्यों रहा है. वाई द ई वेस्ट इज इंक्रीजिंग इन आवर कंट्री? बिकॉज ऑफ इंक्रीज इन कंज्यूमरिज्म, इंक्रीज इन पोल्ट्री ई वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट इकोसिस्टम, right? It is in vulnerable state right now. Unregulated accumulation, unregulated land filling, inappropriate recycling processes, etc. Okay. So researchers have said that using this method, e-waste is shredded and prioritized. Prioritized के ऊपर क्वेश्चन 2019 में आया था, ठीक है. So this is again important. So here e-waste is shredded, it is pyrolyzed to yield liquid and gaseous fuels. इसको e-waste को इतना shred किया जाता है कि इससे gaseous fuels और liquid fuels निकलते हैं, which leaves behind metal rich solid fraction. And on further separation using a novel technique, the leftover solid residue yields 90 to 95% pure metal mixture and some carbonaceous materials as well. फिर इस कार्बोनेशियस मटेरियल को फाइनली एरोसॉल में कन्वर्ट किया जाता है. दिस टेक्नोलॉजी इज एन आउटकम ऑफ DST, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया फंडेड प्रोजेक्ट, एंड डेवलप्ड टेक्नोलॉजी विल केटर टू नीड ऑफ स्मार्ट सिटीज, आत्मनिर्भर अभियान एंड स्वच्छ भारत अभियान एज वेल. काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है. ई वेस्ट से मेटल्स जो हैं वो तैयार किए जाएंगे जो कि आगे फर्दर यूज किए जा सकते हैं. The next important article, ancient church said to be razed gets new life. ASI will declare centuries old shrine a monument. So the centuries old St. George Orthodox Church at Chepad in Kerala, this is in Kerala, remember this for prelims, faced demolition for widening of National Highway 66. But now it is going to become a centrally protected monument of national importance with Archaeological Survey of India recognition. So here Archaeological Survey of India is recognizing this St. George's Orthodox Church in Kerala as a nationally important monument. So Archaeological Survey of India is Indian government agency attached to Ministry of Culture. It is responsible for archaeological research and conservation and preservation of cultural monuments in the country. Founded in 1861 by Alexander Cunningham, he became its first Director General also. It regulates archaeological activities and it regulates antiques and the Art Treasure Act 1972. Again very important topic for your prelims. ये fact बहुत important है prelims के लिए. They can give you statement 2-3 statements on Archaeological Survey of India, then they will ask you which one of them is correct. So you have to remember these points. So this was all for today. I hope you enjoyed the class. उम्मीद करती हूँ आपको आज का session अच्छा लगा हो. If you really enjoyed the class for today, let me know in the comment section. And if you have any further request regarding any modification in the Hindu daily news analysis, you can also let me know about it in the comment section.